this is the wall that we are going to put shiplap on, made from plywood. We went to Home Depot and got the plywood and asked them to cut it down for us, which made it easier to transport and less work for us to do when we got home. We got the plywood and we just started working on it. For each piece of the wood, the shiplap wall, we had to measure and cut each down to the length we wanted, put it up, and then go back outside to cut it. We just wanted to make sure we didn't pre-cut anything and then the size was wrong, and then we had a lot of wood wasted, and we were kind of figure this stuff out as we were going, like for the pattern and stuff, because we have a lot of window on that wall, so we did it that way to make it easier. It was just me and Abigail working on it. My husband was just bugging us and joking around, but at the end of the video she has some information and more detail explaining the process. So right now you're just gonna watch us put it on there and listen to some music, and then stick around because she has a lot of good detail.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here, might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer to. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up, wait till I old producer saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up, I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice.
With us all the way to the end of the video, which a lot of people do not do nowadays. But we ended up having to finish off camera because we have a toddler who ended up having complications such as needing hugs, feeding, and being a toddler in general. So right now, this is what the finished product looks like. So I'm very proud of. It took a lot of work, but it was worth it, even though my arm still hurt. So we ended up having to, creating a spacing with 2 quarters taped together and slipping them in between the cracks so that we could have equal spacing. We ended up using at least 5 boards to do from the living room all the way to our room. We ended up cutting them by 8 inches. But we ended up having one that was 7 inches, so we'll be using the 7 inches to do the bathroom wall, which is back there. Now, for the painting, we're thinking about doing a kind of off-white color because white is hard to clean, especially when you have 3 kids under 6.
And you're forgetting you.
No, don't drag me in there.
Okay, so you don't make messes?
I am the 1%.
You're the 1%.
I'm the 1%.
Okay.
So for the screws, we ended up
countersinking
them.
that
so
way.
that whenever we come back and sand this down, it won't damage the sander like for these screws.
And we can fill these out with wood glue,
filler.
wood fillers.
Yeah, these are gonna come back and fix them later because this.
We have few that didn't go through. All the wood didn't kind of sink it, so it's hanging out. That's what we're trying to prevent. That's why we kind of sunk them to put a screw in there, and then we can fill them. So we'll have to do that. We had like maybe 6 of them. That's like that.
Yeah.
And then we screwed up here on this pattern. So as you can see, there's that. But for this, we're just gonna fill this up with filler, and then sand it down. That way it can load like one piece of pallet.
Yeah. Now there were other woods that were just already pre-sanded
And pre-treated.
but there were cracks in them, which would have gotten worse over time. So we just decided to take the long road and just sand ourselves.
And this was cheaper, and Mommy's cheap. It's like $10 cheaper for a sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up having to go back to the store to get wood to metal screws because we ended up having to get some complications like down here.
Yeah.
Especially back in our room because there's a lot of metal there, and we managed to cover up. But yeah, that is it. So if you like this video, make sure to consider subscribing and possibly hit that like button. We can do a variety of topics because we are homeschooled, we are plant-based, we love doing crafts, and I love drawing.
I like to draw too.
I'm the pro drawer.
Okay. Oh, and we live in a bus, in case you forget that.
But if you do want to see any of those topics, make sure to leave it down in the comments below. But other than that, thank you and have a blessed day.